Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy Learning Computer Science. As you all know, the board exams for grade 12 for term 1 will be of multiple choice questions only. So let's quickly revise some of the multiple choice questions for grade 12 computer science. In this session, we are going to discuss some multiple choice questions from Python revision tour, and this is part 1. Let's go into the topic. Question number 1. Which of the following is a valid identifier? So there are 4 options given: nine type, underscore type, same, hyphen type, true. First let's see what is an identifier. So an identifier is nothing but the names given to different parts of the program. Different parts of the program means it can be a variable, it can be a constant. For a function, for everything we have to give some name, right? So the names given to different parts of the program is known as the identifier. Now for naming an identifier, certain rules has to be followed. So an identifier name can be a combination of alphabets, numbers and underscore. So an identifier name can have only alphabets, whether uppercase or lowercase, numbers and underscore, right? And it should not begin with a number. Identifier name should not begin with a number. You cannot use keyword as an identifier. You cannot use spaces in between. No special characters. Only underscore can be used. It can be a combination of alphabets, numbers and underscore only. No keywords, no spaces, no other special characters, and it should not begin with a number. These are the rules that has to be followed while naming an identifier. And one more thing you have to remember, Python is case sensitive. That means uppercase letters, capital letters are different, and lowercase letters, small case letters are treated in a different way. Now let's see the first option, nine type. So identifiers cannot begin with a number. Here it is beginning with a number, hence it is an invalid identifier. Second option, underscore type. Underscore is a special character, so identifier can use only underscore. It can begin, identifier can begin with underscore. So this is correct option, right? Now same, hyphen type. Hyphen is a special character which cannot be used, hence it is wrong option. Then comes true. This true is a keyword. So to know the set of keywords, you can type import keyword and then you type keyword dot KWLIST. It will display the list of all the keywords which is used in Python. So here true is a keyword, hence it is an invalid identifier. So the answer is, the valid identifier is second option, which is underscore type. Question number 2. Find the invalid identifier from the following. You have to read the question very carefully. Don't read as valid identifier. It is invalid. You have to find out the invalid identifier. 4 options are given: none, address, name, pass. So you may think the first option, none, as an invalid identifier because you may figure it out as a keyword. So even though none is a keyword, the keyword none begin with a capital letter. Here the option given begins with a small case letter. So this will not be considered as a keyword, hence it is a valid identifier. Now we have to find out the invalid identifier. So none is a valid identifier, hence it is not the correct option. Next one is address. Address is a valid identifier, combination of alphabets only. So here we have to find out invalid. So this is not the correct option. The next one is name. Name is also a valid identifier. So that is not the correct option. The next one is pass. So pass is a keyword. You can see from here, pass is a keyword. I said none is keyword. It begins with capital, when it begins with capital letter N only. So here pass, both are same. So this is a keyword, hence it cannot be a valid identifier. So pass is an invalid identifier, which is the correct answer. Question number 3. Which of the following is a relational operator? So there are four options given: greater than, double slash, or double asterisk. So first let's see what is an operator. Operator is a token that triggers some action. It forces some action to happen. There are different types of operators: arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, membership operators, arithmetic assignment operators, identity operators. You should know all these operators clearly. So plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, asterisk, slash, percentage, modulus, double asterisk, exponentiation, double slash, all these are arithmetic operators. Okay, now relational operators: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to. These are relational operators. And or not or logical operators: equal to, assignment operator, in, not in, membership operator. Then all the arithmetic operator combined with equal to will become arithmetic assignment operator, and is not, are the identity operators. Right? Now let's see greater than. Greater than is a relational operator, hence it is the correct option. Then double slash is the arithmetic operator. It will give you the when you divide, it will give you the integer part of the quotient. Then or is a logical operator. Now double asterisk, again it is an arithmetic operator. So the correct answer here is greater than. That is the relational operator. Question number 4. Which of the following is a logical operator? You know all the different types of operators, right? So there are four options given: plus, slash equal to, and in. Plus is arithmetic operator, so that is not the correct option. Slash equal to, arithmetic assignment operator, which is wrong. And is the logical operator, so which is the correct option. In is the membership operator, it is not a logical operator, so wrong. So the answer for this question is and is the logical operator. Question number 5. Which of the following operator cannot be used with string data type? Four options are given: plus, in, asterisk, slash. We have to find out among this which cannot be used with string data type. Let me explain with this example. Okay, so first one is plus. Let me declare two string data type. A is equal to rain, B is equal to storm. Now let's try to use plus. A plus B. Here the output is rainstorm. It combines the two strings, it concatenates, it joins the two strings. So plus can be used with string. So we have to find out which cannot be used with string data type. So this is not the correct option. The next one is in. Let me explain with an example. A is equal to apple. Now I am giving P in A. So this in operator will give you the output as true when the character is present. So here P is present in the string A, hence it is true. Now X in A will give the output as false because X is not present in A, apple. So hence in operator can be used. So this is not the correct option. Then asterisk operator, X or A is equal to joy. Now let me give A asterisk joy. That will repeat the string joy 3 times. So asterisk is a replication operator. The number can be given in the front or the back. 6 asterisk A means it will repeat the string 6 times. Okay. So asterisk is the replication operator which can be used with string data type. So that is not the correct option. Now slash. Now let me give A is equal to pen and B is equal to eraser. If I give A slash B, it will give you the output as an error because unsupported operand type. You cannot use slash with a string data type. Even if I give A slash 6, then also it is an error. Okay, so slash is the correct answer which cannot be used with string data type. Sixth question, predict the output of the following code. A comma B is equal to 4 comma 2, A plus B double asterisk 2 asterisk 10. 4 options are given. Now a comma b is equal to 4 comma 2 means the value of a is 4 and b is 2. And next we have to find out the operator precedence, which operator has the highest precedence, right? Now you can see parenthesis has the highest precedence, then exponentiation, then the positive and negative numbers, then multiplication, division, floor division, remainder, then comes addition, subtraction, then the comparison operators and the identity operators, followed by logical NOT, logical and then logical OR. In this order only you have to evaluate. Now a is equal to 4, b is equal to 2. Now when comparing double asterisk and asterisk, double asterisk has the highest precedence, so 2 power 2 is 4. And now plus and asterisk, when you compare, asterisk has the highest precedence, so we have to evaluate 4 into 10. So 4 into 10 is 40, then 4 plus 40, 44. So the answer is 44. 88 is wrong, 40 is wrong, 48 is wrong, 44 is the correct answer. To evaluate these types of questions, you should know the order of precedence. Okay, operator precedence. I'll be giving the link in the description box for operator precedence. In detail, you can go through. Question number 7. Which statement will give the output as true from the following? Not minus 7, not 7, not 0, not 7 minus 1. Among these 4 statements, we have to find out which statement will give the output as true. Okay. Now, not minus 7. Minus 7 is a non-zero number. It is not a 0. So, the Boolean value of any non-zero number is true. Okay. If the number is 0, then the Boolean value will be false, right? So, the Boolean value of any non-zero number 10, 25 or minus 30, 3.5, these are all not equal to 0. Any number which is not equal to 0, the Boolean value will be true. The number which is equal to 0, the Boolean value will be false. And when you apply not, it will give you the opposite. For example, 5 is a non-zero number. So, not 5 will give you false, right? Let me explain with an example. Not 6. 6 is a non-zero number. The Boolean value is true. So, not 6 is false. Again, not minus 8. Minus 8 non-zero. So, not minus 8 false. Not 0. 0 is equal to 0. Boolean value will be false. So, not 0 will be true. Okay. Again, not some 7 minus 6. 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. It is a non-zero value. So, it will be true. Now, not true will be false. Okay. So, here not minus 7. Minus 7 is a non-zero number. Boolean value will be true. Not true will be false. Now, not 7. Again, 7 is a non-zero value. Boolean value is true. Not true will be false. So, this will not give the output as true. Now, 0 is the Boolean value of 0 is false. What is not false? It will become true. So, not 0 will give the output as true. Now, not 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. It is a non-zero value. Boolean value is true. Not true is false. So, the answer for this question is not 0. Question 8. The return type of the input function is dash. 4 options are given: string, integer, list, tuple. So, we have to find out what is the return type of the input function. Let me explain with an example. So, first let's have an input statement. A is equal to input of enter any number, any value. Okay. So, now when I enter this statement, it will ask the input. So, I am just giving apple. After giving apple, let's check the data type of A by using the statement type of A. It is string data type. So, the return type is string when I entered a string value. Now, let's try to give an integer 100. So, now if we check the data type of A, now also it is giving a string. Okay. Now, let's give a float real type with a decimal point and check the data type of A. Now also it is giving us an data type as string. Now let's type any value, HIGs, number, combination of alphabets, numbers, everything. And let's check the data type of A. Now also it displaying str, string data type. So the return type of the input function is what? It is string. Okay, whatever value you give, the return type of the input function will be your string data type. Integer is wrong, list is wrong, tuple is wrong. So the correct answer is string. Question number 9. Which one of the following is the default extension of a Python file? So what is the default extension of the Python file? It is .py. So the first option .exe is wrong, .p++ is wrong, .py is the correct option, .p is also wrong. So the extension of a Python file is .py. 10th question. Which of the following symbol is used in Python for comments? Ampersand, dollar, double slash and hashtag. Comment lines begin with hashtag in Python. Okay, so the correct answer will be hashtag. Ampersand is wrong, dollar sign is wrong, double slash is wrong, and hashtag. Comment lines in Python begins with hashtags, hence option 4 hashtag is the correct answer. Hope you must have enjoyed learning all the multiple choice questions, and I'm damn sure if these types of questions come for the board exam, you'll be scoring full marks, right? Okay, in the next video, we will be learning another set of MC quiz. Till then, keep learning, keep rocking, keep enjoying. For further updates, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Enjoy Learning Computer Science. Thank you. Bye-bye.